I'm so honored to have these Dzra Nele sessions with Father Wisdom. Father, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You drove all the way to the station to pick me up when I arrived.
When my brother told me that you'll be coming around, I said no. I came across your music some time ago, so I'll be welcoming a celebrity into my house for the first time, and I'm so happy you were here with us. The minor seminary, 2008. Before then, we were mass boys. You know, Father Bovio. From there, I developed the interest through some of my big brothers who were mass servers and later moved into the minor seminary. So I entered the minor seminary, St. Paul's Minor Seminary, secondary school now, Sparko. Then Hachukova University, exactly. Border University, exactly. So I entered the seminary in 2008. Then from there, I proceed to Sunyani, St. Anthony Postulancy, then to St. Francis Novitiate in Cape Coast, Salt Pond. Then from Salt Pond to Zambia. Zambia came back. I had to go to Burkina Faso to do 1 year French. During the COVID era, when COVID was at its peak, I was in Burkina Faso. Then from Burkina Faso to Kenya, and Kenya back to Ghana and working in Takrady. So what keeps me going is self-motivation and God.
You didn't want to be an accountant, you didn't want to be a footballer, you didn't want to be... Why be father?
Thank you. You mentioned accountant. Some of us are priests and we are working in various institutions. Like for us in this house, we are so graced. We have 3 apostolates we are running. We have the parish that has to do with the spiritual life of the people, development of the people. We have a printing press where we do publications and printing of books. And we have a school we are running. So we have teachers who are here in this mission house. We have a psychologist who's also residing in this and working at one of the biggest teaching hospitals in Takrady. Then we have the parish priest and his assistant and other priests who are assisting him. So we are not only fathers, but we are fathers working also in other institutions too. So after mass, we go to our workplaces. We come for lunch, we go back to our workplaces. Wow. So that's what we do here.
What really attracted you to this office?
Okay, I would say the priest we were serving, like on the sanctuary, on the altar with those days. Reverend Father Theophilus Habada. Wherever you are, Father, thank you for nurturing us. We are here because of you today. We saw what he was doing and we want to be like him, not knowing the spirit behind what he was doing, because we just saw him in the long robe as Father, and we go home practicing what he was doing, not knowing the spirit behind what he was, the spirit of serving God's people and celebrating the sacraments, okay? Celebrating Holy Eucharist, the soul's food for the people. Until we grew up and we realized that, okay, this is what actually the man was doing, and we thought, okay, this is what we want to do, to be there for God's people, to help celebrate the sacrament for God's people. And this is what we have been doing so far in the ministry.
You left the world behind, the sweetness of this world, Father.
No, we are in the world, okay? We have not left the world. We are in the world, but we are living whatever we are doing in an extraordinary way, okay? So we have not left. We are working in the world. That is why we have accountant. Someone will say an accountant running account of a company. That is a worldly thing. But we have priests who are accountants. So they are doing it in the world. Okay. So we have a medical doctor who is a priest, but we are still in the world, and he's going out there to save life in the world.
Yeah.
You get it? So we have not left the world.
There's a general perception that when you are a Roman father, you don't have to have a girlfriend, you don't have to marry, you don't have to have children. So that's the word I'm talking about.
Okay. So you are consecrated. You cannot be married because these are 2 different sacraments, the holy matrimony and the Christian. So you cannot put the 2 together. Okay. Since you have decided and the grace of God leads you into this form of life and you have become a priest, ordained priest, you cannot marry, you cannot have children. We have friends. I have friends who are ladies. So it doesn't mean I'm a priest, so I shouldn't have friends who are,
Of course.
ladies. Okay, so I speak to friends. I call them. I have classmates because before I joined the seminary, I had friends. I have friends. We are still friends who are ladies that we talk from time to time. I seek advice from some of them who are maybe medical practitioners, who are business women. I ask them because we are running a business, we are running a press.
Yeah.
So they may be working at places where I will need their help. So I call to find out how can we do it, because you are out there and you see things more than possibly we do. So how can I do this? So they help me. I have friends who are Muslims. Exactly, very committed Muslims. So we seek information from how are you doing it? So I'm running this and I know you are doing very well. How can I? So they help us. So becoming a priest doesn't mean I should cut my friends. So people say, oh, we have seen father with a girl, so that is the girlfriend. And so what if you see me with boys?
Yeah.
What will you say?
Yeah.
So that is it.
Dealing with people comes with a lot of difficult issues. How do you carry yourself,
Exactly.
manage people?
We are priests, fathers, and we are also humans. So humans have that tendency to get angry. So fathers also get angry. So if I give you a time that we are meeting at 8 and you reported at 9, you trigger something in me. Okay. So I always, anytime I receive a call for a business, I always ask, what time are we meeting? 8 o'clock or African 8 o'clock. So my workmates, they know me of asking this weird question. You mean 8 o'clock or African 8? African 8 o'clock could be maybe 9 or 10 instead of the normal 8. And so fathers also get angry when things are not going the way they want and feel things should go. And managing the anger is something we have grown into, that it's not every instant that you react to situation, even when you are angry, because you may throw hands, realize that I should have worked on that rather than throwing hands.
Ever threw a hand at?
Oh yeah, when I remember when I was in formation, I was working with a colleague seminarian. We were working like trimming. Normally during work hours, we go to trim and we use these shears. And I realized the colleague, since he doesn't want us to work, he hit the shears. So when I found out, I told him, I think we have to go behind there and exercise some distance. You understand? Eh?
Even Jesus three people in the synagogue.
Exactly. But I've tried to manage the issue of anger. Things happen. You are working with people. You have to learn how to deal with that. Yes, you end up. Yeah.
What is the confession box?
Okay, the confession box is a place where God meets His people. Okay, where the priest becomes a mediator between you, the one who is confessing, and God. So you are not actually confessing to the priest. That's why people will say, "Oh, why should I go and confess to a priest? Why can't I just stay in my room and pray and my sins will be?" Yeah. So Jesus will say, "Confess your sins to one another." Confession box is that place, that instant where you meet with your God to tell Him, "I am sorry for having done this, and I ask for your grace not to do that again."
Wow. Exactly. Wow. What has your experience been in the confession box? Have there been any scary moments? Like, how do you manage these things you hear?
Oh, it is grace to be in that confessional, or in that box is grace. So you are not doing it for yourself, or you are not doing it to be seen, to be praised by people. So people go to the confession box to tell you things they are telling God. You are not there to judge people. You are there to free people, to let them know that God still loves them. I'm not so old in the priesthood, but I've also encountered certain scary moments. There are some things you hear that you go to your room and it comes back to you. So that is why grace is very important in that box, and even outside the box, for the priest and for the one confessors.
So you don't have a face-to-face interaction.
Oh, we have. There are some places where they are not confessional, but we sit like the way we are sitting. So there are some places they just use a normal curtain. Then we have the box where you don't see face to face, you just hear what the person is saying. Then there are places like the way we are sitting.
Wow.
We have such moments. Right.
So is there any time frame for your service, or is everlasting till lifetime?
Oh, it's a lifetime vocation. It's a lifetime call. Yes, but a priest who is working as a medical doctor, when he reaches that stage of life, the community agree that okay, this time, not the community, I mean the religious community, but the social community, maybe the government have a year that maybe if you reach 50, 55, 60, you have to retire. He will have to retire. So we have sessions while studying how to manage these feelings when they come to you. No, these ones you cannot control them. They will come to you. You cannot pretend. They will come to you. Now, it's a training of the self. Okay, a training the same way with even married people. I don't think a married man will always want to be with their wife morning, evening. So it's a training of the mind. So we, the priests, have also trained ourselves how to deal with such feelings when they come to you. Exactly. One simple way is you have to be active. Exercise, exactly. It's very important for a priest too. So when you go to certain places, you see priests in the evening, they walk around. Some play volleyball, some play football. Even moving down the press to work and come back, walking down the street to pick. These are all exercises which excite the mind, be able to deal with certain things like that when they come. Just like any married man or married woman who take care of her feelings, priests also.
Go a bit personal. Do you get ladies hitting up on you, trying to like crashing on you, father, you so handsome? Like, do you, and how do you manage to
You are right.
redirect them?
You are right. I want to say hello to my big brother, Father Teresa Cross, Emmanuel Obin Kujo. Father, he's a parish priest at Denta St. John the Baptist. Recently, he said something during Hopefully, and it sparked a lot of conversation on that people think we are wood. we are pieces of wood, the priest, if you don't have. Yeah, once a while you get friends, you get a lady who say, Father, you are nice, so why decide to become a priest? Why? You know, I was even teaching in a school, and sometimes the students would be, Father, you are so nice. Why do you do this?
Yeah.
And I come here, I give you a knock. We laugh around it, you know.
Yeah.
It just sometimes you create moment for them to feel welcome and so from time to time we receive such messages. Sometimes they tell you in the face, sometimes they send you. Now you have to be very smart to know how to deal with these things. As 1,000 people will tell you they like you, and you say to 1,000 people, I like you too.
Yeah.
Are you going to deal with all these 1,000 people? You
Yeah.
get it.
Wow.
So it's something you have to. You don't need to shun someone or back unless the person you try to caution the person your stand and the person keeps on. Then you find a way to tell the person that you are not driving the person from your circle, the religious circle, but you are advising the person to. This is what I am doing. So I don't think your motives are welcome into what I'm doing.
You should respect it.
Exactly. Respect the boundaries.
What's your favorite sport, Father?
I do football a lot.
Oh,
Exactly.
nice. What position do you play?
I am a defender.
Oh.
So in Zambia, in the team, the community team, I was defending. Kenya, defending. Yeah. In fact, we are playing this evening Real Madrid, Man City. I'm a Madrid fan.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
Wow.
So Madrid plays this evening. All Madridistas, we are playing this evening, and we are going for the win.
Wow.
Vinicius for the brace, and Brahim Diaz for just one. Where we are winning 3-1. I'm a football man. Yeah.
Nice. Do you follow the local league too?
Yes, I do. I like Kotoko. I fell in love with Kotoko when they lost, recently lost one of their biggest fans. Oh, Ole.
Oh, Ole.
Exactly. I was so disturbed that someone who is just loving his football. This and got stabbed by a friend or maybe a fan of the other team. And
So
that
sad.
was why I started developing some emotional support,
Before Kotoko.
Before Kotoko, I wasn't, I can't watch and I go. Like, I hear people talk about Hearts, Kotoko, and back home we have in Banto, we have Heart of Lions,
yeah.
and now we have Okwe
United.
United. We before we had Wafa.
Wafa.
I don't know
Africa.
if they are still in the league, but yeah. But I watch, I hear people discuss Ghana football, but.
Are some of your childhood friends?
I have that best friend. It's called Dawood. Dawood Anson. He's a medical doctor now, working in Casablanca in Morocco. A very good friend. Another one, Pius. Pius, my condolences. Dr. Pius, working at Abo Hospital, Dr. St. Teresa Abo.
Favorite childhood game? Pampana or Pilolo?
I do the Pampana.
Siblings?
Oh yes. We are three boys. I am the last born. Anyway, yeah. So there's Nicholas Aloba, working in St. Peter's Hospital, Obuasi, and I have Philip, he is in Pram Ningo Pram.
Wow.
Wow. The last born. So 3 boys and a mother. We lost our father some time ago. Yeah.
Final question to you, Father.
Yeah, exactly.
What is sin to you? What is sin?
Drifting away from God. Simple.
How would you know if somebody has drifted? Is it through the person's action,
No,
lifestyle?
you can't really tell until the person open up to you. Okay. So as I am moving around now, you can't tell me. It's not written on me. Okay. Until we come close and I tell you that. Okay. I've stabbed someone. You get it. And I feel like I've dealt with the image of God in a very wrong way. So if I don't tell you, it's not written on me. You get it.
Yeah. So what do you say to people who just judge people by just mere look?
I think we have to spend time with such people and listen to them. We don't judge from a distance. We are losing some friendships because we judge from a distance, and it's not good for our society. So let's find time to get close to people and listen to them. Then when we put these two together, what we have and what they have presented to us, then we can judge.
Your experience in East Africa, you like chapati?
Oh, chapati is
Wow, you miss it?
Sure. We try sometimes to make something close to chapati here. I believe we trying. Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda is the best place for tourism. Ghana is the best place for tourism. You are welcome wherever you are to Ghana, East Africa.
East Africa, yeah. Sarah Music, your first experience?
Oh, I was sharing this story with my younger brother when he told me about you. So I was having some experience and I needed some consolation and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I was waiting for some positive response to that experience I was having. And one evening at 8 p.m., I received a positive response to that experience, what I wanted. And I went to my room, lie on the bed and just going through my phone, Facebook, like any other person would do. Maybe in the evenings you are just on your bed and you are going through. And I came across this song, Akbedada. Exactly.
Wow.
So it's like I'm giving back to God for what He has done to me, something like that. And I saw this young lady singing this Akbedada, but it wasn't a musician. It's like, I don't know how they say this thing, like you release a song, you release a song and people are singing and dancing on it. I don't know how. So quickly I went to YouTube and I typed Akbedada, but I realized later on that it's Thanksgiving. So I struggled, couldn't get the musician. So, okay, you let me get the song if I have. So I downloaded that short video because I couldn't get the song. I downloaded a short video and once in a while I play that short until my cousin lost the mother, and I realized you sent him a a short video of sending your condolences. Then the voice sounds familiar. Should be the
Akpedada guy.
the Akpedada guy, exactly. So I did all my investigation, and then I realized that the song is rather Thanksgiving, not the Akpedada. Like quickly, I went and I picked it.
Wow.
So I played that a lot. In fact, I have it on my phone now.
Wow.
Until recently, like a week ago, my cousin came again and he told me that his friend of his will be coming to Takrady for a program, and he would like me to host him. Then I asked, who is this friend of yours? I need to be sure because of security these days, exactly. Then he mentioned Sarah Music. I said, this is the guy.
Wow.
So this is how Grace and small said, this is the guy.
Wow.
Bring him here. I'll take care of him.
And
exactly.
I'm so grateful
so
for that.
you don't need to go to any hotel, any guest house.
But you're the best, yeah.
Come here. In fact, wherever is he coming by flight? I'll pick him at the airport.
And
Is he
he
coming
did.
by bus? I'll pick him at
And
the
he
station.
did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is why I had to stay all night waiting for you to come. You have been an inspiration to me. And I believe yesterday when we got a chance to move around, you see, someone said, oh, I know you. You see, even without your crown, I know you. You see, also, for someone to say, I know you, meaning the person has been following you and the person knows your craft, knows what you do. Exactly. So your music has been very inspirational.
Thank you so much.
I pick a lot from that particular song. The rest I hear sometimes you say Mijolo. Mijola, exactly.
I say Mijola, you say from.
Okay.
We want to use this opportunity to say thank you. Let all the Mijola clans all over the world help me say thank you to Father. Father Wisdom. He's been a great father. Okay.
Aplau Micholo. Aplau second locus. Be charge of my immature.
And then Chipua.
General Madashim Yaba Vaupola Gilado Malona by you Tanami, Putagrami Trobona. Callum, what you want at the Callum, talking about Dr.
Thank you so much. I want to give you one Mijola t-shirt as my way of saying thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Mijola, Sarah Music,
Yeah,
thank you
Mijola.
so much, Sarah Music. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Father.
Exactly.
To sign out on the Dzra Nele, when I say Mijola, you say from.
Okay.
So, Father, are you ready?
Ready.
Choboy.
Hey.
Choboy.
Hey.
Mijola. From. Nice.